to the swamp, the giant that the head ball coach awakened, one that thrived in urban renewal, and now one where only the Gators get out alive. What we have in store for you today, a clash between a couple of SEC teams that could have season-long ramifications. As we'll see, the Mississippi State Bulldogs taking on the Florida Gators. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Mississippi State ready to kick off to get this game started. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Florida's offense will get the ball first. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can depend on them. They can get other guys lined up. They're always motivated. They're always being a great teammate. These are the guys that coaches love.
And big-time players make big plays in big games, right? These are the guys that have to play well if they're going to win games like this. It'll be interesting to see what they do today.
And the Gators can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Making sure they have good balance, keeping it on the ground. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
The Gators are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Back to pass, it's Lagway. Makes the grab down the middle. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the first down. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
They go to the ground. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
Man, it's easy to call plays when you're getting 5 or 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, why would I get complicated? Why would I get complex? Like, up front right now, this group just win, fall forward, get that good gain, stay ahead of the sticks, don't have to get in bad situations. This defense better respond, or else I'll do that all the way down the field.
Grabbed in the middle, it's Wilson. Tackled at the 45 after the 5-yard play. It's enough for the first down.
One of the most difficult things about this slot receiver is his shiftiness and his athleticism. He's very, very difficult to tackle after the catch.
The Gators have this offense rolling. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Fires to the wideout. Got it in the middle, it's Wilson. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a 1st down at the 31.
When you play zone coverage and you got a wide receiver that's a beast, it becomes very, very difficult. Got to make sure I play physical and maybe even shade the side of the wide receiver having a lot of success.
And the Gators with the 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Sets up the screen. Oh, he's got some space. Not able to break the big one on that screen to the running back, but he found enough and a solid pickup on 1st down.
Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. Now, how about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work?
The Gators in a good spot here with 2nd and short. To the ground with the back. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down. And the boys of old Florida are getting it done on the ground.
And you've seen time periods in history in Florida where they didn't care about the run. Spurrier, just throw it. Yeah, Jesse, throw it again. Yeah, throw it again. Just chuck it around. But I like when they commit to the ground game, have some success to create some balance.
They're going to ride this running back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
I love when you start bringing linebackers up near the line of scrimmage and you start sending them, because those guys have serious speed. They can come catch anybody up and down the line of scrimmage. The linebacker, you could tell, he had a good clue what was going on. He knew it was a run play, fired, pulled the trigger, came downhill, and attacked the running back.
Made a defender miss. Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
You've got to be loving what you're seeing from your offense here on the opening drive of this game. They're in a really nice rhythm. They've got real good balance going on right now, and they've got the defense on their heels.
The Gators will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage, he'll lose a yard.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
After getting nothing done on 1st down, 2nd and goal from the 6. The run up the middle, trying to steamroll his way in. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
All right, so now you're in this 3rd down situation close to the goal line, and it just feels, David, like they're going to have to throw the football in order to score a touchdown here. I like maybe trying to get the quarterback outside on the perimeter and give him a run-pass option.
I like that too, getting the quarterback on the move. And here's the thing, if I get close and I get stopped, it's 4th down. 4th down means go for it. That's all that means now today in college football.
And the pass is complete, but less than nothing to show for it. They're knocked down behind the line.
Man, this defense just has so much speed. You saw it on that 3rd down play. The offense is trying to get a quick one, see if they can get a block and maybe spring a guy free, but the pursuit, wow, that was so good defensively.
Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
And he'll take that first drive. Like, you wanted a touchdown, but you gave the people here at home something to cheer about in that first drive. Move the football enough to get your kicker an opportunity and to put 3 on the board.
After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go. Coming out with it, it's Evans. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So the Mississippi State Bulldogs offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. And they are going to be met up front by a defensive line group that is going to make life miserable on the offensive line and the quarterback and this whole offense, David.
And this offense is fully aware of the challenge in front of them. This defensive line is quick, they're physical, they're powerful, they wreck games. They individually take over because of their greatness. It's focal point 1, 2, and 3, Jesse.
They're physical and athletic, and that's the thing that's so dynamic about this position group, right? They stop the run, they get after your quarterback. Tremendous challenge for this offensive line to try and match that physicality. We'll see if they can get it done.
They give it to him again. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Goodness, that happened fast. He was in the backfield before the ball was even snapped.
Oh, man, adrenaline pumping, heart beating a little faster. There is some intensity on that one. This crowd unhinged, trying to make sure the Gators don't back down on 3rd down. Trying play action. He hurls one deep down the left side. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down.
Really good coverage by the DB there, and even a better job of locating the football and then knocking it away.
So Mississippi State will have to punt this one away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Looking for a man. It's Lagway. So they've put up some early... All by himself down the middle. Touchdown, Gator! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
This offense is so explosive, they can change the scoreboard in a flash. You just saw that on that drive.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. That drive not too taxing on the playbook. One play, put it in the end zone just like that. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the move from inside his 5. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. The give out of the gun. He kept those legs moving, got 3 out to the 19. Solid pickup of 4 on first down and 2nd and 6. Off play action. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. Gator fans love to see their teams light up the scoreboard, but they'll take the defense bringing the heat too.
And I think that was a staple, Reese. Back in the day, you had great offenses for Florida, but the teams that really had the most success and that reached the highest mountaintops, they had great defense to go with it. This defense playing well.
Complete to the left. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. Mississippi State to the line with a fresh set of downs. Leaves it with the running back. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front?
And man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a ball.
Caught over the middle. It's Traore. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down.
They say tight ends are a quarterback's best friend in the pass game because think about it. The tight end's the guy lined up closest to the quarterback, which means generally those are the easiest throws a quarterback has. You saw it on that play.
Mississippi State really efficient on offense right now. Dropping back, it's Shapen. He's got an open man. Knocked down immediately, but a nice pickup on that one. And the Bulldogs can really attack on this 2nd and short. He'll keep it himself. Breaks into the open. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact.
And that's a nice job by this QB. Great job. You show patience, right? Like, if they don't come take me, I'm going to keep running. That's how I go pick up another first down, move the sticks, and this offense can keep churning.
The Bulldogs pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Leaves it with the back. Tough, determined run, gets it down to the 12.
That's just a really nice job by the running back, making the first guy miss and going to get positive yards. This guy's got some wiggle, and you saw it on that play.
Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Leaves it with the back. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks.
Great job by that defender. I mean, he timed that snap count perfectly, got into the backfield and created the negative play.
The noise is deafening, trying to make sure only the Gators get out of the swamp on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking to the end zone. And it's a touchdown, but hold on just a second. We'll have to see what the flag's about.
Pass interference. Defense.
Maybe a momentary scare for that offense when they saw the flag. It's on, the defense declined, and the touchdown stands. They'll try to tack one more on their score. And with the extra point, the lead is cut to 3. It's 10-7.
That makes the score Florida 10, Mississippi.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Fielded in the end zone, it's ball. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. Motion from the wide receiver. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
You know, the runner just has to have a little bit more patience. He bounced that thing outside a little too early, and as a result, lost yards.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. The play action fake. Under fire. Looking for a big play. He's got it inside the 30. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. And that one is why offenses are hungry for big, big plays. They've got it 1st and 10, threatening inside the 30. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. And he has had a long day at the office, not to mention the backfield, as the defense has been all over him. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to pass. It's Lagway. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. He gets just inside the red zone and goes out of bounds at the 19.
Love the execution there on the screen. The running back shows pass protect. Last second turns around, so he's able to get the ball. The D linemen have already run past him. Now he can turn upfield for a big gainer.
And the Gators are facing 3rd and inches. He'll keep it on the sneak. And I don't think he got it. The defense stands tall on 3rd and inches.
And when you call the quarterback sneak, you're thinking, I'm going to fall forward and get at least a yard. But Palmer, that defensive line got in there, and the QB got nothing.
Well, he's got to do a better job with the snap count, too, and try to catch the defense when they're napping. Right there, everybody was set and ready. And one more of those type plays, and this dude's losing his quarterback sneak privileges.
Never a doubt. The lead is 6 in the 1st.
And I'll be honest, I don't love the call. On 4th and that's short, I want to go for it. But you trust your kicker, he does his job, and he puts 3 on the board.
So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3 spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut him down. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. We've had some early action here as they take over, trailing 13-7. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And defense nowadays, they don't look at stats of what is the yards per rush. They look at how many negative plays they can create. Because why? Now you look at 2nd down, man, it just became very predictable for this offense. Nice job creating the loss on 1st down.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Got it in the middle, it's Traore. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
I think that time offensively, you're just trying to take what the defense is giving you, right? They're playing zone coverage. You got your big fella just working right over the ball. It's an easy pitch and catch. Just take the profit, and let's keep going.
This crowd unhinged, trying to make sure the Gators don't back down on third down. Makes the grab. It's Williams. A little more space. Open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30.
And that's good enough for a first down.
Mississippi State to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll go to the ground. Couldn't find a lane. A pickup of 1 to the 31.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
The give to the tailback. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, you're going to be hard to stop.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Florida on top. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. And the Bulldogs with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Out of the gun, the inside give. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
Well, this is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that first down.
The Bulldogs back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Back to throw, it's Shapen. Just not quite able to make the connection. It's incomplete. What will they dial up on second, and a long way to go? Looking to fire. With the catch, it's Thompson. He stops him at the 31, but not before. He picks up 10 yards on the play.
I just love the job this offensive line is doing in this game, communicating pre-snap. They know where the pass rush is coming from, and they're working their single and double teams and not giving up any ground. Just look how clean that pocket was for the quarterback to throw from.
Use the play fake, now to throw. Bought a little time, lets it go. Makes the grab, it's Williams. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And that's why quarterbacks take their offensive lines out for all-you-can-eat wings. Clean pocket, able to step up, scan the entire field, and pick the open receiver.
And the Bulldogs had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. Then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job in the base defense making a play.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Got out of trouble and throws. Back open in the middle. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
And here comes money down for this offense. Third down execution is a premium. You work on it all week ad nauseum for these moments when you can execute when the field starts to shrink.
Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. Now the play fake. Touchdown, Bulldogs! Quick strike through the air for the score.
Really nice job by the quarterback there of just letting the play develop. He had his eyes down in the middle of the field, and I think when he saw that deep middle area vacated, he said to himself, I've got a guy running right into that area. I'm throwing this thing on time, and this is going to be a touchdown. And that's exactly what happened.
Extra point here will give them the lead. And the extra point gives them the lead at 14-13. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And they finish it off by connecting from 10 yards out. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Got a man, it's Hansen. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few.
Not the big fella, the tight end, the wide receiver in a tight end's body going up and making the catch.
Got some of the work done on first. Now let's see what they have on second down. Looking for a gap. It's Ball. Picks up the first down. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays.
This guy's got a lot of tools in his toolbox toting the rock, man. He showed you right there. And when I think back to Florida running backs, Emmitt Smith, all-time great. But a guy I played with in Gainesville, Fred Taylor. He was so big, but so fast for a guy his size. He just caused so many problems for the defenses we face. And I think in the SEC today, you've got to be able to run the football if you're going to win games. And this guy right here, he's going to give the Gators a chance.
They might have the defense's head spinning a little bit now. Hit him with a big run, now they hit him with a big pass.
Man, it's so hard to defend both. You know that. Which coverage do I want to put? Do I want to put more people in the box to stop the run? When you've got this kind of balance on offense, the defense can't be right.
Got a little space. Got the first down and more. And he picks up a first down. That is not a flag on the play. It's just lingerie on the deck after that move. The Gators will line it up on 1st and 10. Rides the back and leaves it. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create second and short, third and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
The Gators kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Going to the run, it's Ball. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Using his legs, it's Ball. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Looking to throw, it's Lagway. Buys a little, and here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
I mean, that's a really good response by this defense. They gave up some yards, they got in the red zone, but made a big play on third down. Now forcing the decision for this offense, but most importantly, playing great defense in the red zone.
So this field goal unit has been getting the job done. They've already made a couple here today. This try will come from the left hash, and he'll try to curl it in from 38. Right down the boulevard. And now they take the lead.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away. And he takes this from inside the 5. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. Well, the last time they had it, the long field didn't bother them in the least, and they'll try to do it again. Grabbed behind the line, it's Mosley. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, that receiver's looking at his teammates like, guys, what's up? You're not going to block for me on the screen? Seriously? I mean, I just lost yards on a screenplay. How does that happen?
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Pulls it in. It's Mosley.
Pass on 2nd and caught by the receiver. Gain of 5. It's 3rd down.
The noise is deafening, trying to make sure only the Gators get out of the swamp on 3rd down. To the air. It's Chapin. Pocket breaking down. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
That is a gut punch if you're the offense because they're in dime personnel. They're only rushing 4 guys. You've got 5 offensive linemen. You've got the option of bringing other people in to help give your QB time. And this offense, not good enough.
Mississippi State will roll out the punt unit. That last punt basically flipped the field. They'd like to do it again. Fields the punt and looking for daylight. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They've got the lead here. Last time they settled for a field goal, but David got to find that balance between being aggressive and careful.
And I think they'll take that. I got the lead, Palmer. I got the football. I got to take care of the football, put a nice drive together, and just get some kind of points on this drive.
No doubt. Lots to be happy about right now if you're this team. I think for this one, though, on this drive, it's about finding the one-on-one matchups that are in your favor and then exploiting them.
Back to pass on 2nd down. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting the throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
They'll come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You've got to be able to make that play.
And the Gators line up to punt it away. Steps into this one and unleashes a booming punt. My goodness. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. So now it's 2nd and long. They'll run play action. Throws to the tight end. Complete to the left. They corral him out of bounds. Mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going.
And that's the beauty of running play action. Everybody sucks up, plays the run, and you get to slip that tight end down the field with a full head of steam, make a big play.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. They'll leave it with him. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Caught in the backfield, it's Williams. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. To the air, it's Shapen. Gonna take a shot. He's got it inside the 25. Just outside the red zone as they pick up the 1st down. They'll spot it at the 22.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
They'll try the run. They make the stop, but you can't give up 4 yards a chunk on the ground down in this area of the field. It's at the 18. After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Doing damage on the ground as he runs it down to the 11-yard line.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Catch in the middle. It's Traore. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6.
And nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat, I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Pressure coming. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the 1st half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Wants to throw. It's Shapen. Fires into the end zone. And that ball was in harm's way, and he is lucky to get that one back.
Man, what a great break on the ball. Way to knock it down. But, man, this situation, they're almost in field goal range. Had a chance to maybe take some points off of the board. It's a big play that we might circle back to later.
So they'll send out the field goal unit. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. Nestled just inside that right upright. And they go back on top.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Gators sending the offense back to work. They went 3 and out last time. Now they'll look for some plays that work. Find some space, enough to get 5 to the 22.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. 2nd down, he'll throw it. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
How about the job and recognition by the defense? They knew exactly what they were trying to set up, and they had multiple defenders surrounding that intended target so that there was nowhere for him to go once he caught the ball.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Unloads to the wideout. Grabbed over the middle. It's Sturdivant. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
Looking to throw, it's Lagway. Just a short pass to the tight end. Turning it on! Finally forced out of bounds, maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49. And after that pitch and catch, he's already over 200 yards. We're in the first half, Jesse.
Man, Reese, he's dialed in right now. He's really doing a nice job seeing the field, reading coverages, and finding his open guy.
The Gators come to the line with a new set of downs. Quickly to the tight end. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a 1st down.
Nice job decision-making by the quarterback there in the RPO, not handing it off, knowing he had to throw it, but then also understanding his open guy was going to be in the right flat.
The Gators pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Grabbed in the backfield, it's Wilson. At the 20, he's got space. Inside the 15, out of bounds at the 14-yard line. The offense looking for a score. And the Gators, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. Running back searching for a hole. Brought down, but not before he bowled his way inside the 10 to the 8. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Give to the single back. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Caught in the backfield. It's Wilson. Stopped at the 3, but it'll be enough to give them a 1st and goal. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. And guys, how much better does it feel if you go to that locker room with a lead? They have a chance to do it here. Touchdown, Florida! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
Man, I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
On to attempt the try.
Kicker is on for the extra point.
And the extra point is good, and the lead is 6. So an 82-yard drive there, and they finish it up with a 3-yard scoring toss. They're set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Dropping back, it's Shapen. Finds his tight end. He'll step out of bounds at the 23-yard line after a productive play for this offense. This is a great way to control tempo, control the game, feeding the tight end, and they've done it beautifully here in the first half.
You find great matchups, Reese. I mean, you think about it. He's too good to be covered by linebackers. You like your matchup versus a safety, so zone or man, whatever you want to do, I'm going to find the big fella because he's going to be open most of the time.
Snagged in the middle, it's Williams. They make the stop, not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down. This crowd unhinged, trying to make sure the Gators don't back down on third down. Caught near the sticks, it's Williams. Gets it up to the 35-yard line before going out of bounds. And on that 3rd and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it was a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are? Sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this 3rd down. Get the conversion, move the sticks.
Looking downfield on first down. Unloads to the right. It's complete. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. To the air on first down. Throwing right. Wide open downfield. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13.
Well, this offense has shown you it doesn't take a lot of time for them to generate explosive plays through the air. Big completion on the previous play. They take another shot and hit it, and they have completely flipped the field.
Trying to cap this drive with the pass. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, 2nd down coming.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
To throw, it's Shapen. He's got it. And the defense doesn't let him get loose, and that's going to wrap things up here in the half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. What a scene there in Gainesville. What a fine college football game we've got. And it's clear the aerial attacks of both teams have been relentless. They've been burning each of these secondaries like toast. Just an assault on the defensive game plans, if there even were defensive game plans. Gotta think, fellas, based on the first 2 quarters, we're going to see every route in the route tree again in this second half. With that said, let's send it back to our guys and all those chomping hands there in the swamp.
The Gators will boot it away to start the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Thompson. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. Hold and finds his man on the left.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
That first down was rather unproductive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down from the 16. Back to pass. That's reeled in. It's Williams. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
And that's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. To the air, it's Shapen. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
That's one thing this defense takes a lot of pride on. They like tackling the catch, and they like being around the ball. That time, he was in proximity to knock that thing loose. Nice physical play.
So Mississippi State will have to punt this one away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. They've got the big fellas out there, a 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. Here's the handoff. He has the first and still on his feet. Stopped at the 44, but he got 10 on the play.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy in the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on 1st down. They'll move the wide receiver. Right back to the well. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense. And that's a great start here in the second half. Like coming out, not letting them run the football, being the more physical and more aggressive team.
The Gators with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. The sure hands, it's Wilson. Big play, takes him into plus territory. He's out of bounds at the 47.
Well, that's one the DB, I think, would like to have back. Out route, he was in man coverage. If he could have just got out of his break a little bit sooner, he might have had a chance to intercept that one and take it to the house.
And the Gators really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. They'll try to run for it. They convert on 3rd down as he gets it to the 46-yard line.
That has got to be so demoralizing for the defense. You haven't been able to stop this guy all game long. And here on 3rd down, they're handing it off to him anyway because they don't think you can stop him. This defense right now, you see a lot of people hanging their heads a little bit because they're not playing with tons of confidence.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Looking to throw, it's Lagway. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
Oh, that's a missed opportunity. You know the quarterback was excited. He saw man coverage. He thought he was going to have an opportunity to come up with a big play, but up front they could not protect him well enough.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Makes the catch. It's Wilson. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the 1st down.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide those linebackers toward that wide receiver so you got a little more help on the outside.
And they'll pat the kicker on the tail and tell him to go give it a shot. Oh, he missed it. No good. The lead is still 6 after the miss.
Hey, sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Here comes the heat. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. He was lurking, waiting for his opportunity, and like a gator in the swamp, he went into the roll and got that quarterback.
They did. I tell you what, when you want to be dominant in this league, if Florida wants to get back to being a dominant team, it's got to be guys like this in the trenches dominating football games.
The Bulldogs trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Back to throw, it's Shapen. Not quite in rhythm there, incomplete.
This offense really is putting themselves behind the 8 ball right now on this drive. Sack first down. You've just thrown an incompletion, so 3rd in California. Defense knows you're probably going to throw it. What can you dial up here?
The noise is deafening, trying to make sure only the Gators get out of the swamp on 3rd down. Trying to set up the screen. There he goes. He stopped short of the sticks. They tried to pick it up with a screen, but they'll be facing a 4th down.
And that's what defense is all about, understanding the situation. It's 3rd and long. I'm going to drop back. I'm going to make him throw that ball underneath to the running back and then do my job. Go corral, tackle him, and force the 4th down.
Trying to do it on the ground. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on 4th down. Gonna run it. It's ball. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive. Stick your foot in the ground. Pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Looking to fire. He's close to the 1st down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
It's so nice as a quarterback when you've got a guy like that working for you in the slot. He has such a good feel to find the open spaces in the defense. Just makes life so much easier for his quarterback.
The Gators are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. He'll keep it on the sneak. 3rd down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35.
Yeah, no mystery there. 3rd down, just let the quarterback keep it himself. How about the push up front by the offensive line to help get that first?
The Gators will snap it on 1st and 10. Got it behind the line. It's Wilson. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
Great play by the cornerback. He was just way too physical at the point of attack. He beat his man trying to block him, and he tackled that receiver on the screen.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Off the play fake. Fires to the right. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
Remember, they missed a field goal on their last drive, but at the very least, they need to get back in field goal range here on 3rd down. That's caught. It's Jackson. He's got enough for the 1st down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line.
Well, when you're running the curl route against zone coverage as a QB, you know you've got to get the receiver the ball quickly. This quarterback has a cannon for an arm. He showed you on that last throw, and the offense picks up the 1st down.
And the Gators are moving quickly down the field. The give to the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
When a running back has had as much success as this guy's had so far, listen, defense has got to cue in. They got to cue in to him. He's priority number 1, number 2, and number 3. That's a good start to maybe turning this defensive effort around.
Looking for a man. It's Lagway. Fires to the big fella. Oh, he's got some space. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
The Gators come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. They'll try to bully their way for the 1st. That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on 3rd down. His field goal unit getting some serious run. They've already been out there 3 times. The kicker will try it again. The holder will spot it about 35 yards out. It is true as he puts 3 on the board.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
So the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do. On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Here comes the Mississippi State offense ready to attack. Short gain on the play before he slides.
These read option plays are very hard to stop because you got to have enough guys in the box to play that immediate run, but also always be ready for that quarterback to take the ball and scoot out wide.
And when the quarterback operates this like a magician, it makes it even tougher.
When he can see it, read it, and just flat go, those easy plays right there. I mean, he just picks up a little bit of yardage, but he can do it again and again and again, and it's just frustrating.
They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot, but that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
It's 1st and 10 for this offense from the 42. To the ground, he's got it again. Breaks into the open. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with a 1st down.
How nice is it in an offense when you can generate explosive plays by running the football? You got to force feed this guy, man. He is an absolute game changer.
And the Bulldogs, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. The run from the shotgun.
And that wasn't a big gain, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Now he's looking to throw it. Takes the easy throw in the flat. And he's almost to that 1st down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the 1st down. This crowd unhinged, trying to make sure the Gators don't back down on 3rd down. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. He'll come through on 3rd down as he's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23.
Well, when you've had the day that this guy's had so far, why not hand it off to him on 3rd down, right? At this point, you're almost basically expecting him to find a way to pick it up, and he does exactly that. This guy has been a monster all game.
Back to throw, it's Shapen. Catch in the middle, it's Thompson.
Really nice job by the quarterback understanding I needed to throw this ball hard. Like, I got to fit it in there tight. And a nice job by the wide receiver wearing it, because he really didn't have a choice, because he was going to wear that one regardless.
The Bulldogs with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Wants to go up top. Grabbed in the middle, it's Traore. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Bulldogs. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. This is like a baseball pitcher that can't miss. He is just pounding the strike zone.
Man, it just gets in the zone, right? When you can't miss, you've seen quarterbacks get like that no matter what they do. They're on fire. They're hitting the receivers. And listen, that's also on the defense. The defense has to do a better job making him feel uncomfortable, changing what they're doing in coverage so he's a little bit confused. You can't just let him pick you apart.
Lining up to add another. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. So it's an 80-yard drive, and the score comes on a 17-yard throw for the touchdown. The Kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They still have the lead, but they need to respond to that last score. Fires to the tight end. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down. Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything, get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide-open opportunities to get some positive chunks.
Caught near the sticks. It's Wilson. Turning it on. We've seen this from this sophomore. So dangerous after he makes the grab. He's now over 150 yards on the day. They're finding ways to get him the ball, much like the Gators did in 07, getting it to Percy Harvin, who had 100-yard receiving games and 100-yard rushing games that year.
He was just such a weapon. When you got weapons, you learn how to use them, and you learn how to deploy them in all kinds of different ways. If I'm Florida, continue to find ways to find that guy, because whether it's zone, man, whatever, he wins.
The thing I like about this slot receiver, he's really intentional in his route running. The quarterback always knows exactly where he's going to be on the field. They've got great chemistry together.
The Gators can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. He'll pull it on the read. And that's a live ball behind the line. He's got the ball, and he'll try to pick up a few.
Man, those are backbreakers. Defensively, you get so excited. You force the fumble, I'm going to get a turnover, and the offense falls on the football.
They recovered their own fumble, but now it's third down. Back to pass, it's Lagway. Unloads it downfield. Touchdown, Gator! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. He has been surgical. Precision passes, using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for him. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
PAT unit on the field. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they put the points on the board with that 37-yard touchdown pass. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right.
Yeah, I don't know defensively if you want to keep giving this guy that much cushion, because when he gets the ball in space, he's able to shake all these defenders and turns a 5-yard completion into a first down.
And the Bulldogs in a good spot here with second and short. The give to the back. Jukes his way for more. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. Looking downfield, it's Shapen. Swings it out to the flat. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
These fans stepping up to help this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. He lobs one high down the left side. Catch inside the 25. And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22. They absolutely had to have that third down to keep any glimmer of hope alive.
And defensively, that's exactly what I want. Make you get to third down. The clock is your enemy. Multiple possession lead. That is right where I want this offense.
Quarterback on the keeper. And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense understanding, listen, that QB is a threat. And they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Back to pass. The quick out. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain.
QB, excellent location on that throw. Out route against man coverage, you cannot miss. If you throw that behind, that might be a pick six. So nice job by the quarterback with his accuracy.
Enormous play coming right here. Third down, and this crowd is bringing down the house. From the gun, wants to pass. Grab near the sticks. It's Mosley. Touchdown, Mississippi State. And they take it in for 6 more points. Man, he didn't just put it on his numbers. If he were throwing it at a front porch, he would have put that right in the keyhole. What a precise pass.
Right in the keyhole, right on the button, right on the face mask, whatever it was. Great throw, great timing. Nice job by the quarterback.
Lining up for the PAT. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. They march 78 yards down the field, and the score comes on a 17-yard throw for the touchdown. So after getting into the end zone on that last drive, they're set to kick it away. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
Cranking up a drive like that can really get you going. It's first down from the 44. Might as well give it to him again. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
This offense will snap it from the 42 on 1st and 10. Power football with the run. There he goes. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down.
Really nice job by the running back here in the fourth quarter, picking up that first down. They need him now. They've got the lead, but not by a lot late in the game. They need him to play his best football at a moment in the game when everything is on the line.
Give to the running back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And the defense is going to have more plays like this. He has had a ball game so far, running wild all day long. Defense finally comes up with a stop, maybe get a little momentum here.
Over 100 yards already in this game, so if I'm on defense here, I'm adding more guys to the box, anticipating that they're going to continue to give this guy touches today.
Caught behind the line. It's ball. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
To the air, it's Lagway. Makes the catch, it's Wilson. Guided out of bounds, they'll mark him down at the 14. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to third down. You get them to those critical points. Now they get the first down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. On the direct snap, it's Hawkins. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, I love the aggressive nature of the defense on that play. Everybody playing with eye discipline. They saw the pre-snap motion. They knew who had the football. And you saw guys play with excellent instinct, running downhill and making a tackle.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Florida! Another touchdown for this guy, and he's starting to get in the groove the way Terry Dean did when he set the single-game record with 7 touchdowns.
Another one. I mean, just putting up stats. This guy's finding the end zone, and he can do it all. Just showing it off left and right. When you play in such a physical league like the SEC, but you got a guy like this that can get an extra first down and really keep those chains moving and score big plays and big touchdowns, good luck stopping him.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the point after is good. They march 72 yards, and the score comes on a 12-yard touchdown pass. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And that's what makes this defense so difficult to run against. They've got guys up front that just push offensive linemen backwards. They basically push the blockers right into the lap of that running back.
A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Scanning the field. It's Shapen. And the throw out to the sideline. Good for just a few yards.
You know, the defense doesn't have an answer for this slot guy right now. They may want to think about bracketing him, having a defender play to the outside and to the inside. Probably some sort of zone coverage where you're trying to get 2 bodies, forcing the quarterback to have to go somewhere else with the ball.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down in the 14-yard line.
And there's no mystery as to why this team's losing today. They've given up 5 sacks. They cannot keep their quarterback upright. And you just saw another example of it right there. He has never been able to get into rhythm throwing the football.
Mississippi State will roll out the punt unit. Turns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. Takes this handoff and headed to the right. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
And this is the part of the game where you can really see this guy take over, right? Like, you've got the lead, the big running back. He's physical in the fourth quarter, starting to get a little bit tired. Let's see if he can keep this going.
Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. A strike downfield. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with the lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football there.
On the ground, it's ball. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances. And that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock, and they guess right, and they make a big play for this defense.
Looking downfield, it's Flagway. Throws toward the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Gators!
And that's a really nice drive by this offense. They didn't get too conservative. They put the drive together. Now, the biggest thing for me, now the other team has to score 2 touchdowns. And that's the goal you want. You always want to make it as hard as possible. This offense executing in the fourth quarter. Nice job.
Here comes the 2-point try. Takes a snap, wants to throw. Got his man on the right. Into the end zone he goes for the 2, and now they lead by 3 possessions. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Fielded in the end zone. It's Thompson. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. They're going to run it to the right. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
I think at this point of the game now in the second half, down by as many points as they are, it's going to be really hard for the offense to sprinkle in the run. They tried it there, it didn't work. I think you got to be thinking about the passing game now and start trying to identify playmakers out on the perimeter of the field that can get you back in this game.
Trying play action. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close. And when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through him. And guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
Dropping back, it's Shapen. Oh, they're after him. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
And I tell you what, this defense, they've heard all about how great this quarterback is. They came in today with a mission, with a purpose. They've been flying around, harassing him, and making life so hard on this offense.
So Mississippi State will have to punt this one away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He'll get away another punt. He's been really active today, and no doubt he's going to earn his varsity letter. Found a little running room on that one. Picked up some nice blocks before he's run out of bounds. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute there.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling on until they find an answer.
And the Gators can really attack on this 2nd and short. Off play action. That's caught. It's ball. And they wrap him up, but not before he gets enough on the catch for the first down.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there. A similar situation with a lead like this. They'd definitely be running the ball at this point. They'd probably take their starting quarterback out of the game potentially, but not this unit. They are still staying aggressive. They're still taking shots. They're just trying to light up the scoreboard.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. They'll get him on the ground after a pickup of 3 to the 28.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
They'll run the option. He'll toss it. And they just didn't get anybody on that defense out of position, and they will lose yardage on that one.
And that just looked off. The timing, the rhythm, I don't know what it was, but usually that option, man, it's so precise, right? Like really quickly making a read, and you could tell they weren't on the same page. It went absolutely nowhere. Defense won that rep.
Can't make the play on the interception, and man, they were looking for their first pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 4th down.
If they're able to make that pick, they're wiping points off the board. But because he dropped it, now it's 4th down, and of course, they're still in field goal range with an opportunity to score 3.
Now on 4th down, here comes the field goal team. Splits the uprights, good. And that lead grows even bigger.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, 4th quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest of this way, and we looking pretty good.
They keep pushing that lead out, and the kickoff team's getting some work. He'll bring it out. It's Thompson. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
Back to pass, it's Shapen. Here's a heat. Got it in the middle, it's Thompson. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback, rally to the football, gang tackle, and you're going to win this game.
The Bulldogs line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Finds the tight end. They'll spot the ball at the 34 as he goes out of bounds right there.
Man, you see tight end matchups all over the field all the time. Now, it used to just be in the red zone. Now, you just find the big fella, you put him in the slot, try to give him the ball as much as possible because you know he can make big plays.
Mississippi State comes out after picking up the 1st down. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Got his man downfield. Finally forced out of bounds, maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49.
Nice catch by the big target. Those big tight ends, you could tell in football, are just becoming more and more of a weapon on every single team.
Mississippi State has this drive hitting on all cylinders. Wants to throw it. Caught over the middle. It's Glover. Quick step and go. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line.
This is an offense that has skill, and they've got speed, and because of that, this defense, they can't lull themselves to sleep. They've got a big lead here late, but they've now given up back-to-back big plays. They got to put the clamps down.
And the Bulldogs didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. The Bulldogs started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. Looking for a man. It's Shapen. He's got it and still on his feet. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it first and goal.
Well, this offense has a ton of work left ahead of them here in this 2-minute situation late in the game, but the drive off to a good start. You get the first down, you get out of bounds, you work in the perimeter of the field. That is exactly what you want to do.
Mississippi State lines up with a first and goal. They're going to run it. Some hard running there, but just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss.
And, man, you got to like the swarm of this defense. You've got to get in the backfield, make some penetration, and realize the first guy's not going to always get that big sucker on the ground. Like, he's a big, strong dude. He's breaking tackles, but still swarming to the football, and this defense still gets a tackle for a loss.
Caught in the backfield, it's Traore.
The second down pass complete to the tight end. No gain on the play. It's now 3rd and goal.
And they'll come to the line trying to take a slice out of this lead on 3rd and goal. The snap sets up to throw. Floats it out in space.
I was ready for this 4th down anyways. I know I need a touchdown on this drive, and I know I'm going for it. So now the situation is, what is my play to get it done?
With a virtually insurmountable deficit this late in the game, might as well try to put a little window dressing on it. They'll go for it, 4th and goal. They'll go to the air. Here's the pressure. That's got it. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Mississippi State.
Nice job by the offense going down the field, putting points on the board, but you're still down a couple possessions. Still need some good things to happen. You need your kicker to go over there and get warmed up. We need an onside. We need to score some points. We need a lot of things to go right to win this football game.
Ready to try the point after.
On for the extra point.
Hit that one with some aggression for the point after. An 84-yard drive there, and they finish things off with an 8-yard toss for the score.
Mississippi State.
They're definitely up against it. Time running out, down 2 possessions. They'll try the onside kick. Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
Yeah, and oftentimes early in games, you're just trying to find your rhythm. Some things work, some don't on that first drive, David. It'd be interesting to see what happens here in the second drive.
Yeah, you got a feel for the defense now. You understand what they're trying to do, what their game plan is. Now you get to go into phase 2 of your game plan.
No reason to do anything here except keep it on the ground on 2nd and 5. Got enough for the first. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense.
This guy's been special today. Coming into this one, they thought they had an opportunity really to get him going, running the football, and he has delivered. You've seen the speed, the vision, his ability to break tackles. Well over 100 rushing yards in this game, and that's why they have a nice lead here late.